In other updates today, 3 toddlers have died on account of faulty vaccines administered during a government immunization camp at Mandya in Karnataka. The vaccination drive has been halted and the district health officer has now ordered a probe on the purchase of vaccines. However, he maintains that the vaccines were provided by the Union Health Ministry. Let's listen in. Okay, before we go across to the bites that have come in on this story, let me go across to Srija, who is joining me for more. Srija, this is again shocking. There are children involved here. We are talking about faulty vaccines. At what level do you think there were lapses for something like this to happen?
Well, this is a mass immunization drive is what we are being told at this point in time, and this is a very regular vaccination. This is Penta 5 vaccination which is given to newborn babies, and right now here in Mandya district, what you're seeing at this point in time is there are about 50 families living here in this particular stretch of road, and this is one of the Anganwadi schools. It was at this very school where they had provided that one batch of vaccine to all the kids, and of all the 9 kids, we understand so far 2 have died, and just yesterday in Malvali Taluk we understand another baby also died because of the faulty vaccine. But however, the district health officer as well as the nurse who are administering especially the babies with this particular vaccine are not ruling out completely whether it is a faulty vaccine or expired vaccine. All that they are looking at this point in time is sending that particular batch of vaccine, in fact, to especially Himachal Pradesh. This is to test whether there was any expiry or there was any contamination in the vials. Well, this is a clear case of seriousness, because remember, we are looking at where kids have died, and even after the parents had reported it to the nurse who had administered the babies with this particular vaccine, with the adverse effects that they had come, no help was offered to them, is what we are being told at this point in time. Now, fearing the death of 7 other children, fearing only because of that, they had to immediately rush the other kids to the nearby hospital, which is the Mandya Institute of Medical Sciences, where they are the ones who had provided this particular vaccine to the kids. They immediately treated the rest of the other kids when they learned there was 2 deaths in this particular very stretch of area.
Right, right. Right, Srija, this is inexcusable. From what you're telling us, there is an attempt to shift the blame as always, and this has happened in the government hospital, the health ministry department, the immediate hospital to begin with. The health ministry and the state government must take responsibility. 3 toddlers have died, and you're saying there is possibility of more kids being infected by these faulty vaccines, Srija?
Well, absolutely, because you're not just looking at one particular pocket of Mandya district, because just yesterday we saw how in Malvali Taluk, 1 baby died only because of this particular faulty vaccine. And we can only clearly understand by the fact when 9 kids were administered with this particular vaccination, the 2 others, in fact, completely failed to respond to that and then lost their lives. They breathed their last. But that apart, nearly 7 other kids, they sensed there's some danger and they had to rush them to hospital. So if they were very clear of the fact that there was no faulty vaccine at all. Now, the question arises why they had to rush these kids to the hospital to administer or give them immediate treatment. Now, at this point in time, they have sent this particular batch of vaccine to Himachal Pradesh for testing. They have sent it to a lab in Himachal Pradesh. Already 3 teams have been formed. Postmortem has been conducted at Mysore. There are doctors to arrive at a conclusion what really caused the death. And then you have doctors here at Mandya district also trying to give treatment, especially to the other kids who have now been administered with this particular vaccine. Then you also have the senior health officers from Bengaluru who are also looking into this particular issue to understand what really went wrong with this particular vaccine, considering you get vaccines especially from the Union Health Ministry.
Right. Srija, you have exposed a very big story, and I'm pretty sure that we will continue to track developments here. We will continue to track authorities and ask them questions. Why did this happen? Why did 3 babies have to die? Because of carelessness and negligence of the authorities. Thanks for joining us.